How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you.
Thanks for coming in.
I'm proud. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So, how was your week?
It was okay. How was yours?
It was good. It was good. Tell me, what'd you do? Anything interesting?
I studied the programs, or not programs, but the fields of interest that we talked about.
Cool.
Biology, chemistry.
Excuse me.
I visited my mom like you asked me to.
Okay. Okay. So, programs and Mamacita. All right. So, you want to tell me a little bit about what you came up with the programs?
I think that I would be best at biology.
Biology.
Because it's my best interest.
Okay.
So, with that, I figured out that I could do many things like nursing, doctor, physician assistant. Really, anywhere that I want to take it, I could. But I think what I would like to do is to be like a lab tech.
Lab tech.
Yeah. So work like as a pathologist or microbiologist or something along that field.
Educate me on what a pathologist does.
A pathologist is someone who studies pathogens. Hence the name pathology.
Okay. Okay.
A pathogen is...
Okay, smarty.
A pathogen is something that's foreign to the body. So a bacteria, a virus, it could even be considered like just like a molecule, like dust.
Okay.
But it usually focuses on like bacteria or viruses. So, you know, like growing different strands of what's the name? Like different antibiotics.
Okay.
So, like, you know how amoxicillin is used as an antibiotic?
Yes.
Yeah, so I could grow different strands that would be different strengths to fight different bacteria.
Okay.
Yes.
How cool. That's
cool.
Pretty huge. Yeah. So that's kind of that's your top one? Yeah,
that's caught my interest the most.
Caught your interest the most?
Out of all the ones that we discussed.
And so a pathologist would be under the category of a lab tech?
I think it'd be higher.
It'd be higher. That's what I was thinking. Like
lab tech, I think, would be an associate's degree.
An associate's.
Pathologist would be more of a doctorate.
I like
well, more specialization.
Okay.
So the 8 years and then probably an additional 2 or 4.
Look who did his homework.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I must say that just complete overall, like, remake of you. Like, you just seem,
well, the visit with my mom, like, really enlightened me a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you care to share a little bit?
Well, first it was intimidating.
Intimidating? How so?
I've never been to a prison.
Pardon me?
I've never been to a prison.
Oh.
So, like, just walking in there was, like, very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I met her...
Oh, excuse me. Are you okay if I take that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So
it was intimidating.
Yeah, it was intimidating. A little weird. And just, like, seeing how she looked, it really turned my stomach and made me realize that I could head down some dangerous paths and follow in her footsteps, and that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
Don't want to be a junkie. Don't want to be a prostitute. Don't want to... Yeah, just...
Sorry, that's not funny.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's not... It is funny, but it's not. It's a serious matter, and I don't want that for my life. I want success, and seeing her being a failure really urged me to get out there and see what I could do to better my life.
I like that. Was she kind to you?
She was, but I couldn't tell if it was like fake or real. I think she couldn't handle acknowledging herself as a junkie.
Okay.
So
acknowledgement.
Yeah, so I think it was more like the negative feeling that I got from her. I think it was more of a reflection of herself. Okay. So like she was treating me with the disgust that she has of herself, that she can't be there for me.
It's really in-depth.
Yeah.
Knowledge, depth there.
I like psychology too.
Okay.
But.
Okay, well, hey, let's just take on the degrees.
Yeah,
why not? What the heck?
No kidding.
I like that. You got a goal, and that's awesome. What did she think about you, and did you share any of this with her? Or?
Yeah, I told her that I thought about going to school.
Okay.
And she urged me to do it, but like, again, there was just like that negative connotation with it. But again, I really believe that it was a reflection of herself.
You took it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, took it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Good way to put it.
Good. I like this. You feel like it was it helped.
Yeah, it was worth my time.
Good.
Definitely
Good.
worth my time.
Fantastic. And I'm gonna say I'm very proud of you for going. That's a huge thing, and especially given your circumstances and everything that you've been through. You should be very proud of yourself because not a lot of people are able to be that responsible and mature. I mean, you're still young. You could play the age game if you wanted, which a lot of people do.
That's no excuse though.
Definitely not, but it's easily done. Far easier than taking responsibility and doing something.
Yeah, but using cop outs doesn't get you anywhere.
Very true, and that's a great perspective. Just curious, did you share any of this with your sister? Did she join you?
No, she did not. She had to work, but she's proud of me that I sought out what I could do
Okay.
for a post-educational,
Mhm.
whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
And she's considering actually contacting you to see how you could help her.
Okay.
At least if being that you're like my school counselor.
Yeah.
If you can't help her, you could at least direct her to who she can reach out
Yeah,
to
definitely.
get help. So
Definitely.
yeah, and she's considering nursing, I think.
Nursing. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's cool.
She likes sciences and maths.
I think it's more to help people.
More to help people.
More
Okay.
to help people.
Okay. When I meet with her, I'll let her know it is a lot of science and math. Mostly all science and math. But if you have a goal and a drive for something, I feel like people will put the extra effort
Yeah,
into
absolutely.
something to do that.
Absolutely. If
You
there's
know,
a will, there's a way.
there's a will, there's a way. I shared a little bit with you in the last session about myself. I wasn't supposed to go to school. I wasn't the right crayon in the box, if you will. I struggled a lot. My thing was to help people as well. It took me a long time to find my knack. But just like you, I'm thinking about getting my doctorate as well. So I have my master's now, and next step, maybe doctorate. So that's fantastic, and I'm happy that you found that goal now because you can line up what you want to do towards that goal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So today, what questions do you have? Any questions for me? Because I know we got a lot to go over,
Yeah. I
but you
guess.
shared a lot with me. I want to make sure that you
Right.
can.
I guess the best way you can help me is to show me, like, outline what I should do
Okay.
for like my first step to even
Okay.
even to get into the college. Like, how
Okay.
do I apply?
Yeah.
Like how I can make a game plan to
Yes.
get the courses that I need to get
Yes,
done.
I like that game plan. That's actually what I wrote down today. One of the major things that I wanted to go over with you is planning and organization. I have found that is the key to success, especially from now to whatever it is that you want to do. I know it sounds lame, but I have a sister. One of the things that I do admire about her is she sets her goal on the wall and she writes down everything on her calendar, what she has to do, this, that, and other, and what she has to do to get to that goal. I actually picked that up from her. I think it's a really good attribute of hers that I try to encourage my students to do as well, especially with handling school and work. I mean, you see your sister and all the stuff that she has to manage. I mean, sometimes there's just only so much that you can do mentally. You just get home, you're dead, you're tired, you got to get your schoolwork done, your homework done, your schoolwork, homework, whatever things that you have to do in that day. So I always advise my students to get a planner and just to really put their stuff in there, writing down their homework, writing down whatever chores you have to do, whatever it might be, put it in that
So like
calendar.
time management.
Yeah. If you're more on digital, you can do it in your phone. But me personally, I feel more responsible when I'm actually writing it out.
Yeah, I understand.
Sounds kind of lame,
Yeah, no, you're right.
but something I personally.
Yeah, I carry an iPad around.
You carry- okay,
wherever
okay.
I go. But if I type it into my iPad, I can easily just hit ignore.
Exactly. Just like my phone, my alarm this morning when I was late for work, it's because I just hit snooze. Snooze. Gotta hate that, man. Nothing like an old school alarm. See, that's something I can work about myself. I can get myself an alarm and not have to easily slide through and hop on Facebook and then fall back asleep.
Okay.
So, excuse me. All right. So what I did, and iPads, and I brought this iPad in for you, and I'm gonna show you how to do some stuff. So, what is the school that you're maybe looking into?
Community college in San Diego.
A community college in San Diego. Okay.
Or even a 4-year, but I think I'd be better off getting some of my demands out of the way at community college. And I think that would help me transfer.
Okay. Now, and you want to stay in San Diego?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't. Yes. And is partially some of that just so you can help your sister?
Yeah.
Do you plan on working while you're doing this?
I don't want to.
Okay.
But probably I have to.
Why do you say you have to?
Funds.
Funds. Okay. Now.
Can't have spending money in school money and.
Sure. How would you feel about living on campus?
It'd be different.
Be different?
Yeah, I don't know if it's an option.
So I'll tell you this. I have found that those who go to community college, they don't always stick it through. There's always something
Cop
out. Yes, there's a lot of cop out there. That doesn't mean nobody can do it. People do it all the time. There's nothing against community colleges.
Of course.
However, when you're on campus, a little bit more focused.
Right.
Now everybody's different. Everybody has different situations. So, and I understand where we're coming from. I just want you to know all your options. We will apply for financial aid. I'm going to try to do that. Of course, living on campus is going to be more expensive. But, technically speaking, living at home is going to be just as expensive because you're going to be working as well. You know? It's going to be similar. Anyways, you can live on campus and try to get what do you call it? What do they call it? Work study. You can apply for work study and get a job on the campus. And that will enable you to bring in some funds while you're also at the campus.
Right.
So you want to stay in San Diego. Now I know you said California. Are you open to expanding in California?
If there's better options, yeah.
Better options? Okay. So schools like Stanford, UCSD, anything, Berkeley, anything stand out to you that you know?
I haven't put much research
Nothing?
into it.
Okay.
No. But, like I said, anything would really be fine.
Okay. So if you go to the website, I just picked just some school, CSD. You can easily, it tells you all about it. You can go right to applying.
Right.
Oh, thank you. A little harder way upside down. Oh my God, and you can just log in, create an application, and do your thing there. Easy. We can do this to any school that you want to do.
Okay.
Now, a lot of these are going to have funds or fees tied to it, about $50 per application. So what I would advise is to go and do some research, which schools offer the programs that you want to do, and slim it down to maybe 3 or 4 schools and apply. If that means, $200 in applications, sometimes they'll waive them.
Right.
If you different things, we can look into route and looking into some of those ways
Right.
to get to that. Okay. Not financial aid. It's very important, and I'm going to help you the first time around, and you're more than welcome to come back in anytime, and I'm happy to help you. That being said, I think that it's very important for you to learn this on your own. This way, if God forbid I'm not here or whatever was to happen, you are self-sufficient and you're able to do this on your own. Okay, so you just go to FAFSA, FASFA, it's kind of funky, .edu, and you're going to start a new one. Okay, you just hit start a new FAFSA. You'll create a login. I always recommend my students to write down in a secure area their passwords and stuff like that. So you're just going to create something dedicated to yourself.
Right.
If you have an email, maybe you can make a file just for this, just so that it's safe and you don't lose it.
Right.
Okay. So here, I'm not going to go through all the steps or anything like that, but you would put in the tax information of your guardian, which would be your sister, and we would see what you would get qualified for. So that's something we'll go over together. Now, and I know we discussed you can get granted grants and loans. Grants you don't have to pay back. Loans you do. Also, there is called the Cal State Grant. This is a fund that is only for California students, and it's great that you're here. And it's based off of your GPA, and you have 4.0. So there's a good chance that we'll get some good funds with that too. So there might be some things that might be out of pocket if you end up staying on campus that you might want to consider. But going to community college works just as well too. It's whatever's going to put you in the best situation to succeed.
Right.
Okay? My biggest concern is that you don't get sidetracked. You can get sidetracked anywhere, but having all these extra responsibilities are going to work against you as opposed to working for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important. We'll see what you get qualified for, and you can make that decision based off that. You know, people get really scared about loans. You know, you don't have to start paying them back immediately. Yes, they do tack on, but my thing is I'd rather be successful, have the loans, pay them back when I have to, but to make sure that I'm in a position to where I'm going to be successful.
Right.
Even if it's I know students that have, or colleagues that have had hundreds. I have a colleague. She's $150,000 in loans, but
she's where she wants to be.
She's where she wants to be. Her payments aren't that crazy, you know. It's tolerable for something that you want to do. Any questions so far?
And it beats working for minimum wage.
It beats me working for minimum wage, and if you can secure your dream, then it's worth it.
Right.
Okay. Any questions so far about what I showed you, or?
So most colleges are going to be like that, where it's like self-explanatory on their website.
Definitely. But if you have any questions, we can do it together. It's no problem. And then the cool thing about the financial aid is you can put in the code for all the schools that you want, and it'll shoot it right out to them. Okay. Cool. All right.
Technology is a beautiful thing.
Technology is a beautiful thing. I like that. Any other questions?
I think that's it.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
well,
it.
I really want you to get a planner. Do you think you could do that for me?
Like an agenda? Or
whichever
what kind of planner?
Whatever you think. Something with a little calendar that you can, maybe even just smaller, you can throw in your pocket or a backpack. Do you feel like that'd be okay?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
It'd be a good idea. You can
it helps with my organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It'd
exactly.
Definitely help with organization.
Definitely. Let's see here. So do you have more questions? I do want you to go through and figure out what the schools you want to do. What I would do is Google the top schools for what you want to go into. So you said pathologist, stick to that. If you're 100% sure that's what you want to do, stick with it. Gen Eds are going to be the same generally for all the programs, no matter where you go. So
I just look up like what schools have a good science sector.
Exactly. And see if they offer. You know, the cool thing is a lot of programs like this, they offer specific programs that will condense the time.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it'll be good. Let me see here. So I want you to go figure out 3 or 4 schools that you want to do. And the next time, we'll go ahead and get those out. Your sister's on board with everything. She okay with you going away to school?
I mean, she's gonna miss me, but it'll probably be easier on her financially.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she won't have to provide for me.
True.
You know, help her save, but also I'm acting as an encourager to her.
Exactly.
So we'll both be in a better situation.
I like that. And she wants to do nursing, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So next time you come, what are you gonna give me?
I'm gonna show you my planner.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you a list of schools that I want to apply for.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you the results of my FAFSA.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's exactly it.
Okay.
All right. Good deal?
Good deal.
All right. No other questions?
No.
No other questions. All right. You believe in yourself?
No. Yes, I
Yes.
do. I do.
You believe in yourself.
I do.
I believe in you.
Thank you for all your help.
Yes, it's my pleasure. And remember, you have to believe in yourself.
I was just kidding.
I know, but I'm just saying, in the
Yeah.
future, whenever you get down on yourself, you have to believe in yourself. You have to be your number one cheerleader, because if you're not, nobody else is going to push you.
Absolutely.
You understand? All right, I believe in you,
All right. Thank you.
I'll
for
see you
all your
next
help.
time. My
Really,
pleasure.
I appreciate it.
and I'll see you next time.
Okay.
All right, you
Have
stay
a nice
encouraged.
day.
All right, bye-bye.